was a penalty, but it shouldn't be. If that makes sense. I think if it's 50-50, they're both doing the same thing. I don't think one person should be penalised for that.
We should just make football a non-contact sport.
VAR, if they're going to intervene, they should have said, all right, they're both doing the same thing. Doku.
Doku was getting
sent it to the shops.
Yeah, you might Doku.
Emirates.
Etihad.
Yeah, sorry.
Bro,
He got confused with the teams that he's a
You're really making him run sick right now, bro.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you're listening, welcome to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I am your host today. I'm back, De La Strada, the man of many club faces.
No, you're not.
And as usual, I'm joined by my fellow pundit, starting from my left, Strives.
Yo, what you say, my guy?
Yeah, how you doing? You right?
Yeah, I ain't too bad, man. I'm here supporting Arsenal, representing Arsenal, the only Arsenal fan on the podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Where was you on the weekend?
I was with Dennis Charger at the Emirates. Yeah, I just want to apologise to everybody that's reached out. No, he just happened to be there. Like it was, yeah, just
Wait,
it was
next
yeah.
to you, or he was sitting somewhere else.
It was kind of close by. It was close by.
Like right here.
So next to each other.
Yeah, teams next to each other.
But yeah, but I was like, oh, fancy seeing you here. You know, one of them ones.
What, Della was in the wrong stadium or?
Yeah, I don't know why it was.
I just went to watch football. That's why I do. I just like football, innit? So it's not that big a deal.
Well, you're not wearing your Newcastle top today, so.
No, it's in the wash. Next up, Jerry.
Yeah, it's your boy Joey, Liverpool supporter. Here to enjoy the pod and celebrate a lovely Sunday of football.
Yeah. Next up, Marley Marl.
Well gone. You good, Della?
Yes. Who are you supporting today?
No, Man United today. Unfortunately, to be fair, but yeah, the boys.
And finally, Drayman.
Yeah, Drayman, you Man United fan. R.I.P. Bobby.
R.I.P.
Must be tough, bro. Must be tough. He's seen like all the good times. Who knows, man? Yeah, I don't think he was feeling all the bad times. So you're in a better place now, man. You don't want to watch this garbage football.
Yeah, trust me. Tell us about it. Oh, no, let's leave that and talk. We talk about Man United. It's a bit morbid as well. You said you heard about the way he passed away.
Have you googled it though before we start speaking stuff on the airwaves?
Let me just double check it.
Do your research. Whilst they're checking, listeners, let me do some housekeeping. Let you know where you can find us. You can find us on all major platforms. That's Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud. You can watch us on YouTube on a blank screen because we are there. You can also interact with us on social media. So that's X, Instagram, and TikTok. And guys, yeah, subscribe, man, like, and then let's go.
Yeah.
Have you not found it yet?
Yeah, on Wikipedia it says trauma in the lungs, a fall, and dementia.
Died accidental fall at care home. Inquest here's.
Sad man.
How old was he?
86.
But if I go 86, I'm cool, man.
Nah, I know you would be happy, but who knows?
You don't want to go like that.
Yeah, you don't want to go with a bad fall.
As long as it's instant, I'll be cool.
Yeah, what are you saying about?
Yeah, but how do you know it's instant, bro, with a bad fall as well?
It was probably in pain.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I said if it's instant, then it's cool, obviously.
I don't think it's instant though, bro, with a fall as well.
What about if it was instant but on the toilet? Like while you were shitting?
What?
And Elvis went like that, right?
Is it?
I think that's like he
Would
died
you
in the
be
show.
alright with that?
Yeah, but he was probably cooked up.
Shitting on the toilet. But
No. People.
So you got a bit of a requirement. So.
Oh yeah. I don't want to be found in any like compromising position.
Yeah.
Just in bed, comfy.
Like I don't want to be an embarrassment to anybody.
Yeah.
Even
in
my
shame on your family.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, guys.
That's considerate. Some people will be like, I'm gone. I don't really give a shit.
It's not that. No.
Yeah, true. What about the way Kevin Samuels went out, like just enjoying his life?
I think that's a great way to go.
Yeah, go out of a bang.
Is that not? Yeah, literally. But is that not embarrassing? No, no.
Comprezis.
Was it?
That's what I heard.
Boy.
That's what I heard.
I don't know.
The host is really trying to host as well.
Yeah,
let's move on from that, guys.
Yeah, let's discuss why we're really here. We're here to discuss football. No better place to start than the blockbuster of a game between Chelsea and Man City. I know there's no Chelsea fans there. There's only one Man City fan here. But
who's that?
Yeah, it's me. So
this guy's unscrupulous.
It makes me sick.
leading up to the game, Chelsea against the Big Six so far. They've drawn 1-1 with Liverpool, 2-2 with Arsenal. Recently beat Spurs in midweek. What was people's thoughts of? Let me get to Jerry. What was people's thoughts of the game based on how they performed against the Big Six so far?
I thought it was hopeless, to be completely honest. Not because of the Big Six, but because of their record against Man City. It's not been a great record. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I was expecting it to be routine for Man City, and if we just go back to the Chelsea game as well, I think that was en route to being routine for Spurs until obviously the game got a bit out of hand for them. So yeah, it would have been routine.
It would have been routine for Chelsea to win. Spurs don't really win.
Sorry, not routine, but I'm saying routine of Spurs in terms of how they've been performing and how Chelsea have been performing. So yeah, I thought it would have been a straight enough win for Spurs. So I'm surprised in how the game actually went, to be completely honest.
So obviously, Chelsea started off on the front foot, but then Man City came and scored technically against the run of play. So Miles, let me come to you. The penalty. What was your thoughts? Do you think it was a penalty?
Remind me which one, sorry?
The one that Haaland got pulled back.
Yeah, no, I'd give it. I'd give it again based on the penalties that I've been given this season. I think if you're trying to be consistent with that and the reasons why penalties have been given, it makes sense. I can't remember who was talking at the time, but they said Cucurella pulled Haaland first, but I couldn't see that myself.
I think Haaland pulled him.
Is both of his arms wrapped around him. I think that's probably what the tip-in skill was. I think.
Yeah.
No, but in order for Haaland to get in front of Cucurella, he pulled Cucurella first. That's Cucurella's goal side.
But at the same time, Cucurella was pulling him as well. So I think
you're both battling.
Jostling.
Yeah, so you're both jostling. So I think, so when Haaland pulled Cucurella back, obviously, I'm out of position now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's trying to get back in.
I feel like VAR should have taken account of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm only out of position because someone's pulled me.
But you see how like you're both pulling each other and you're both jostling, and he's gotten the better of you, even though you're both doing the same thing. But isn't there like a line where it's like, okay, cool, you both jostled for the ball.
Yeah,
the ball's here now. You both got to let go at some point in it, and I think Haaland lets go way before Cucurella.
Yeah, because he's already achieved his.
He's got into position from that though.
Yeah, exactly. but Cucurella could have got into position as well because he was also grabbing, but because he's not strong enough.
It's basically you're jostling side to side. Anywhere outside the box, if Haaland pulls, it's a foul.
Yeah,
but remember Cucurella was pulling him too.
No, they're both. Sorry, if I can demonstrate them, they're both like that.
It's
like you're just shielding each other. But then Haaland does this, and he pulls him. So he's out of position now. So obviously, in order for him to get back into position, he needs to sort of like.
And
he's trying to make his space back, basically. His space has been invaded.
Sorry, to your point as well. If Cucurella was to do it while the ball wasn't in play, it would have still been a penalty. So it's like it's not a balanced argument, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, it was a penalty, but it shouldn't be, if that makes sense.
Oh wait, so why? But you think it shouldn't be because they were both pulling?
Yeah, I think if it's 50-50 and you're both doing the same thing, I don't think one person should be penalised for that.
Yeah, the way I see it is that because they're both pulling each other, that bit is cancelled out.
Yeah,
but what I think in Haaland's advantage is that they were both pulling, but it worked out for Haaland because Haaland's stronger than him.
I think we're using the wrong words because they both weren't pulling each other. They're both like jostling. Jostling. Haaland pulls.
Okay, when I saw it,
and then Cucurella tries to get
from what I saw Cucurella had a handful of his shirt.
They both had a handful of each other's shirt. So Haaland had a handful of Cucurella's shirt, and Cucurella also had a handful on his shirt. Exactly. And then all it was is Haaland's gone to make the move, so it's pulled Cucurella a little bit.
He's literally pulled Cucurella to get in front of Cucurella.
Exactly, to get into the
I'm sure that's part of the advantage. I think that's part of the momentum of him making that move. But then Cucurella has then literally put his arms around him and then dragged him down.
That's why I think it's a penalty, because I think they were both doing that, and then at that bit where it's 50-50 because Haaland is stronger.
But it's never 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's 50.
You've pulled me, so I'm out of position.
No, but
so
you've got what me and Strives are saying is that Cucurella was also pulling him. From what I saw, he had a handful of his shirt as well. I think because they're both doing that, it's 50-50. But because of Haaland's strength, he's able to get an advantage, and then as soon as he gets in front of him, that's where, as a defender, you got to let go.
Yeah.
and he doesn't let go. He has two arms around him. That's why I think it's a penalty in my opinion.
Yeah,
But Della,
Cucurella's ego made him lose that battle.
I think so.
but I think Della said in our group, like I can't remember, it was a few days ago or something. We should just make football a non-contact sport because the way we're moving is
No,
bro. Like,
whilst
in
I
terms of,
understand
like,
it, I understand it.
The tussling is part of the game.
It's disgusting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you
I
either
agree.
let it go or now.
I agree.
You need to take a whole, like Della's saying, take the overview of it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't want to go into like other games, but there's so many games where things I feel like have been a bit subjective. There's no real like clear boundaries.
And they're looking at everything as well. It's disgusting. Like you literally can't go like 10 minutes without the VAR checking something.
Yeah.
And I don't think they should go to VAR. So for instance, if you're on a pitch here and something happens and you don't see any player like making noise about it,
They'll
like,
find something.
They'll find something.
Exactly.
You hear, VAR's checking something. It's like, what
But
you're doing
that's
too
what
much.
I'm saying. In this instance, VAR should have just been like, cool, it's not a penalty. Haaland's pulled him back first. That's the first.
I think he went down. I think he went down
That's the
kind
first
of
foul.
easily. Like
I did.
I feel like he went looking for it.
Haaland or Cucurella?
Cucurella.
No,
Haaland.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
we know
that's experience and intelligence
Yeah,
in my
of course.
opinion. Because I think again, just watching it now, I see they both got a hold of each other's arm.
Exactly.
Haaland does the jerk,
Just a pull back.
but I don't think there's anything wrong with that because
There is something wrong with that. Though,
no, because
he pulled me to gain an
no, but
advantage.
pulling the shirt isn't about whether you jerk or not. It's about pulling the shirt.
Yeah,
and Cucurella has got a full handle.
No,
of
but
his, of
if
his
you're
shirt.
running, if you're running and I pull you back,
irrespective, he was gonna be Cucurella was gonna get pulled either because because Haaland's even if he lets go to make the run, Cucurella's still holding him.
Yeah.
He still gets dragged because they're both holding on to each other. That's what. But I do think that he went down quite easily as soon as he
100%.
felt
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
Cucurella.
But he's got the right to because you got to make them ask questions.
but the same way you said he's got a right to, same way if Cucurella wanted to, he could have just dropped on the floor.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, ref, I got pulled. And that's what I'm saying, because it's that soft.
They probably would
on
have
both sides.
They probably would have allowed the goal. That's how
I think
All you need to do
they
is drop
probably
on
would have
it's
as well.
whoever drops on the floor first.
Yeah.
Whoever can sell the best story, I think.
Not when it's against Man City, man. Man City's got
100%. It's whoever can sell the best story,
Yeah.
really and truly.
But my whole thing is they need to be looking at the whole phase of that incident, not just that what's happening with Haaland.
Yeah.
So none of you guys would have given a pen. I think I would have given a pen for it.
I think I was just going to say with VAR in this instance, I would have looked at the first thing and go, VAR is basically seeing a foul. Cucurella's been fouled. That's the first thing. So why are you then forwarding it on, slowing it down for the ref?
But why do you think he's been fouled? Because Cucurella has got a hold of his shirt though.
But he's not. He hasn't pulled him.
Yeah, exactly. You got pulled
But he's
back.
pulling him, not as hard as
I feel
Haaland's
like
pulling him.
you're both like jostling. That's normal. But Haaland pulled him to gain an advantage. So that's why I think it.
Yeah, exactly.
and
That's what I think as well.
Similar to what Dre was saying, maybe on field I'd have given it.
Yeah.
But if I looked at VAR, I'd be like, no, this happened first before this. But
Yeah, 100%. That's a good point. VAR, if they're going to intervene, they should have said, all right, well, they're both doing the same thing.
I think it's just a lack of guile from Cucurella to be lack of guile and experience, and I think that's probably what's gotten the better of him.
Because at the moment, it's not black, it's not white. It's just subjective.
It's one of those subjective.
Yeah,
things
like you said, isn't it?
It's
like the God's there is in the God's hands.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get these days.
But that used to be what was good about football, to be fair. But I think because they've added this technology to it and they're coming to terrible decisions, according to most people, that's what's ruining it.
Yeah. So let's move on away from that. So after that was the first goal. Then after that, quickly, Chelsea went on the squad in again and at the other end. But just to wrap things up really quickly on this whole Man City segment, there was 2 instrumental players for Chelsea, namely Sterling and Palmer. So first, let's start with Palmer. Come to you, Dre. Did you have any doubts or did you question him leaving City to go to Chelsea? Did you think at the time it was a good move?
I thought it was. If he knew as well that he wasn't going to get as much game time as he's going to get at Chelsea, then why not? Because Chelsea, he knew that they're kind of building this kind of team up. And if they've told you, boy, you're going to be playing in these games and you're going to be our main guy, then hands down to him. And I think he showed that on the pitch. I think he's going to be he's going to be dope.
Yeah, but when he left, obviously City, no, Chelsea have quite a few injuries. So did you think he honestly thought he would have this impact and be playing straight away? Because
No, I think it's like with anything, he's just taking it by the scruff of the neck. It's like, you know, they've put him in the team, they've had a few injuries.
Taking a risk, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. And it's paid off. And I think they'll continue with him. They have to. You know,
I thought it'd be a star.
Exactly.
when he straight away?
Yeah.
In what position though?
In the position he's playing. Because, I mean, on like the right side forward.
No, because he first came in as a 10. Now he's playing on the...
No, he came in as a right side forward. Now he's playing as 10 because Pochettino changed him like maybe 3/4 into the game.
This game he played on the right, innit?
Yeah, on the right.
And against Arsenal he played on the right.
In his first game, I saw him was on the right.
In his first game, I thought he came on as a 10. I can't remember who he played against, but against Arsenal he played on the right.
Yeah, on the right.
Against City he played on the right.
And on the right, that's why I thought he would play. But he looks good in the centre as well. He's a good player, man. He's a star.
What about Gallagher? 'Cause I think Gallagher looks quite decent.
He's looked better than I thought he would be at the beginning of the season. He's definitely like proving his value. Like he's like one of them like Tom Cleverley kind of players.
He's the Henderson of Chelsea.
Well, he's been more impactful than Enzo and maybe even Caicedo.
No, but you see when people say that, what are you measuring? Because
heart.
Just measuring like
you see more of him on the pitch.
You see more of him, and it's not like he's just there for no reason. He's quite busy. He's getting involved. He's busy defensively. He's making things happen forward.
Being available is very important on the pitch as well. So
100%.
But when you say available, because that's what I'm saying. I think because his bar is not as high as a Caicedo or a
like
Enzo.
Best improver kind of.
Yeah, so you're like you see him and you're like,
How do you say Caicedo?
Not so.
Caicedo.
Oh, I thought you put a little twang on this. No,
How do you say it?
no, Caicedo, yeah.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
Caicedo.
Yeah,
Caicedo.
because you sound like Colombian when you're saying that. Some shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
I got that lingo
I think he
again,
is.
Yeah, because their levels are quite different. So Gallagher, he's doing okay, but is he really doing anything special?
I think in comparison to Enzo, I think Caicedo maybe is a little bit less so because I think he has brought some sort of impact. You see Caicedo getting stuck in, hence why he commits so much fouls and why he's doing his job. But Enzo seems a little bit anonymous at the moment.
I think he's spun him.
I thought it looked good.
Caicedo.
Who's spun him?
Is it
So
Cole
far this
Palmer?
season.
Who done a 10 on him? Cole Palmer, I think it was.
Who? What? Doku?
No, that
He
spun out.
He spun Doku. Cole Palmer.
Sorry, Doku. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, Doku
Your
had
guy, yeah?
Yeah,
Doku.
I mean, somebody's guy, not mine.
Yeah, I was going to say Doku in that game. James kept him quiet, man.
Yeah, it's
He done well.
Different
Like,
beast, isn't it?
Yeah, different
James
beast.
is good in it.
Yeah, that's why I was coming out of that game thinking, okay, yeah, maybe he has earned his little bit of right to be, the captain.
No, 100%. But bearing in mind he's injured,
Yeah, that's only.
so that's why it was a good performance yesterday, man. I think he came back prematurely.
Yeah, definitely.
What you man thinking of Thiago Silva? Because you were criticising me for putting him in my top 10 centre backs a couple of weeks ago in the group.
No, I didn't criticise. I criticised.
You said, but he's 15th, so why are you putting him in there?
Sorry, you're right. I asked the question. I didn't say he shouldn't be in there, but I'm asking why he's in there over certain other people, basically. But you rightfully said their defense has been good. They're just not scoring goals.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't really come back on you. Pause.
And Kuku will be a dope addition back in the squad.
And Carney Chukwuemeka.
How long is he out for?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's out for a while.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What's their name again?
But Nkunku's come back at a good time because
Lavia?
it's a proper rebirth.
Yes, sir.
Proper rebirth for Chelsea, so he will be coming back at a great time, man.
I think the issue will be though is when they're all fit, how does it all come together?
No, that's a good
But
thing.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Good problem to have.
It'll be good. Yeah, very good problem to have.
But I think sometimes when players, like you said, players get injured, other players come in and they step up. Do you then disrupt the flow
100%.
of the team?
100%.
Yeah, you just slip them, back in.
Even though they've won the last 2 games or they've looked good recently, the flow hasn't been good enough.
Yeah.
So at this point, you'll welcome any disruption to this flow, to be completely honest, man. And I think Nkunku or somebody, even Broja, coming back and getting game time, hopefully, will push Jackson to potentially start delivering because he knows now anytime I'm on the pitch, I have to deliver.
Yeah, of course.
And I think with Chelsea as well, like we're talking highly of them because of who they've played, which is funny because obviously they've played good teams. But
No, we're not talking highly of them. We're just talking about they're against their top 6. how well they performed against the top six. I know outside the top six, they're not doing so well.
Yeah, and I think that's mainly because of it, and Pochettino's pretty much said it himself that they don't do well against low blocks, which was quite weird for Ange Postecoglou to obviously persist with the high line even after it'd gone down to.
That's his personality, I think, and his footballing personality is to just keep on doing it over.
Yeah,
and over. That's one thing I was told. One thing I was told about him is that he does not compromise.
But yeah, sometimes a manager should do. Sometimes you need to be flexible.
It's true, because I think sometimes it depends. Like, I get what you mean. If your identity is your identity, but if you can't do anything about going down to 9 men, and then you have to show some sort of adaptation to the circumstances that the match has provided for you. And if you're just going to be pig-headed and be like, well, even if we're down to 5 men, like he said, we're going to play the same way. To me, it's a bit dumb, innit? So,
because he probably
Poch gave him the thing. Poch said, like, we can't beat low blocks, and then you went and. I reckon Tottenham might have won the game if they actually was a bit more resolute.
He's trying to be endearing to the English supporters and the pundits, and it's evidently working because he's the darling of football of English press right now.
You're saying he's the Henderson of managers.
Guys, we'll come to Tottenham. I wanted to let this conversation ride out, but these man is still focusing on Ange.
He's a Henderson of managers.
And the other person I wanted to talk about for Chelsea is obviously Raheem Sterling.
Don't know, my guy. Loco.
Yeah, he was on fire. I don't know how many nutmegs he did in that game, but he was on stuff.
He done a really, really, really disgusting one.
Who was it on? Was it on Rodri? No, Walker.
No, it wasn't Walker.
He had Walker on
Doku. Woof.
Doku was getting
sent into the shops.
Yeah, he murked Doku.
Bro.
But Doku kind of got his own back on Cole Palmer at one point when he
he did. He banged him up in it.
But with Cole Palmer, you don't really like. It's the same as Doku, to be fair. When I saw him getting burnt, I was laughing because obviously I have my reasons. But with those guys, I don't really count those guys getting like sent to shops. Because that's
doesn't
not their
really
nature.
count as much. But it's more nobody. You laugh to yourself.
You got to hit a Kyle Walker or Rodri with one of those things, and then that's when it has loads of credence.
Fair enough.
But Sterling, to be fair, even when they play badly, I still think he's probably been one of their best players. So for him to even be performing in that game,
certain times he's been anonymous though in some of their games. Though.
Yeah, but that's when Chelsea have even been like bad, but he'd still have a few chances in those games where he looks lively. He wouldn't be like the worst player on the pitch.
I think the Bournemouth game was an example of where he wasn't in that, and Chelsea weren't there, but they had loads of possession. But he just wasn't available.
Yeah, he wasn't available. Yeah.
All right, so let's cut the crap. Gareth Southgate's on a mad one then, yeah? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're all agreeing?
I was going to get to something, but say land your point.
Huh?
No, let him land his point. Do you know what he's going to say?
I thought that was his point. Like,
Of course, it's on the mad one, isn't it? Where's Raheem Sterling? Why has he been?
I'll add to that. You know, Cole Palmer's been called up to the England squad.
Yeah, swear down.
What?
This morning?
Yeah, he's been called up.
To train with them?
He got called up, and was it who? Was it Lewis as well? Was it?
Yeah, Lewis for Man City.
Yeah, Rico Lewis.
So there's an agenda, obviously.
But I don't understand it.
It's wild. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Is their call-ups just to get integrated into the system? It's not. I don't think it's to play, because sometimes they just bring people in to train with them and like.
No, but
soak up the.
They've had qualifiers, and he's been at the England team for a while now.
Yeah,
which doesn't.
No, I'm saying that Cole Palmer and Rico Lewis's inclusion is that.
And Konza as well.
Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this: does Sterling deserve it more than Cole Palmer?
Well, yes, and he deserves it more than Marcus Rashford.
Yeah,
because that's where I was. Sure. I would probably like. I'm not so mad at the fact that Cole Palmer got a call up, but I'm just thinking there's like Grealish maybe even.
Yeah,
no, but
all these guys.
He deserves it more than Cole Palmer because he's an England capped player.
Yeah.
So like when you're looking for your wide men to come into your team, you're not going to look at somebody who isn't necessarily been playing for England before. Although he's been great.
What about when you're looking for the next guard, like the next generation, though? Does that
but there's plenty of time and plenty of games and opportunities. But this is what's
who are they playing? North Macedonia.
I don't know. It's a qualifier.
Yeah, basically, right. the scout shouldn't be.
This is slightly
the scout shouldn't be Raheem Sterling. That doesn't make any sense unless there's a reason. There has to be a reason.
100%.
Because he's been out of the team for a while now, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I mean,
bearing in mind the last tournament, not the World Cup, but the one before that, he was the go-to guy when Harry Kane was stinking up the gaff.
Yeah, and
in the World Cup, he was all right as well. I think he went home when they had that burglary to his house and whatnot, but he came back. So I don't know what the beef would be.
No, and to piggyback off what Marley Marl was saying, it's a level of respect that you're not giving to someone like Raheem Sterling. Because if players like Maguire, Calvin Phillips are not even playing football, Raheem Sterling has probably been one of your standout performers at many tournaments.
Yeah.
And this is how you're treating him. You've called up a player from his team over Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
You know, there's a level of respect, and I think Raheem Sterling is just not getting at this moment in time.
Something's going down.
I think isn't this just Southgate though again and again?
What's this theory?
Huh?
What's this theory? Because I remember the last international break here. You had a theory then as well. We didn't get to touch on it.
It's the same theory.
Yeah, I figured it might be.
I don't think the England team fuck with dark skinned brothers.
Raheem Sterling's not dark.
He's dark skinned, bruv. He's my colour.
Raheem Sterling's not dark. Is Raheem Sterling dark?
He's not a lighty.
We can call him dark.
Wait, hang on. He's the same colour as Ezra Konsa.
Yeah.
He's probably the same colour as Mark Gurley.
No, but Konsa getting called up, that's a decent shout. That's been called for a bit.
Yeah.
But why is he calling him for though? He ain't going to play him, man. He's going to play him in the friendly. When I know South is.
And I think that's what's going to happen with Cole Palmer, if I'm going to be honest with you.
No, but Cole Palmer, I think who else is going to go?
Why is he going to get over Foden?
So what, are you saying dark skinned people or black people? Or are you just saying
the dark skinned black people? Same thing.
Because Jude Bellingham is getting game time. You have to specify dark skin.
The England squad has a quote on.
Because what about Bukayo Saka?
Dark skin. He's part of the quota. Like you don't cut him. But
so you're saying there's a particular quota?
100%.
Wow.
But there seems to be an infinite number on the lighties.
You know what's?
No, but it's a specific kind of lighties. It's northern lighties.
The
ones with heart. The ones with heart.
It's nuts though. There could be some legs in that, like unofficial.
I genuinely think this, bro. Like, it's not a joke.
Because imagine having like a team of like black people representing England. Bro, the country will go crazy.
Suella Braverman's probably said like, "Come on." As a leaving comments before she got sacked.
The reason why it's my theory is because when you look at the England youth team, the youth set up from under 17,
black to the bone,
blacked out, and they win everything. They win everything. But as soon as it comes to the seniors, it's like, all right, let's apply this quota now. And you don't see these dark skinned brothers, so it's like, what's happening? Like, are they falling off during the
progression?
If you went through it, let's say the forward line, what other black players do you think should be in the squad right now? Apart from Sterling,
what currently?
Yeah.
Oh, but who was it? Ivan Toney was.
No, I'm just let's just do current, like what's available now.
Watkins, Nketiah, Wilson.
We can include Tony into that because obviously he's been banned, but there was a period where he was.
I'm just like right now.
Okay.
Obviously Sterling's not been called up, but then who else? Because I'm thinking he's called up all the black dunnies that he could.
That's fair. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
You talk about like wide forwards, you mean?
No, let's start now. Forwards. What other black players available? Sterling. And who else?
No, man, this guy's using too much sense.
And then midfield, there's no other black players in midfield.
We'll on the international break, brother. We'll do a segment where
that's true.
Let's choose our all black England team.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
And if it would do bits, I don't know if it would,
We'll
I think Gareth South came out before.
We probably can't get a goalkeeper there, but what do we do?
You say West Fotheringham.
From Sheffield. And then let's wrap up this game between City and Chelsea. So obviously City didn't perform the greatest, but similar to the Arsenal's performance against Chelsea, they managed to get a result. So that's what you can hope for if you can't win the game. But the next opponent,
have you seen what Pep's been saying? Just a couple of little jabs at Arsenal recently. Like I don't know if they're jabs or if he's complimenting Arsenal, like because he's just saying stuff like
underhanded compliments.
Yeah, they're saying stuff like Chelsea got a draw against Liverpool, who were much better than Arsenal. He's saying things such as that. Like I don't know if he's saying.
Wait, is that what you said verbatim?
I can't say verbatim, but paraphrased. What's
the problem with the statement?
I'm just wondering, like, I just feel like there's been a bit more of a, like, he used to be very complimentary of Arsenal before, like, Arsenal's this, Arsenal's that.
Yeah, he's aware of
now it's a little bit more like I feel like, I don't know, is this an underhanded compliment saying that credit to Arsenal because they weren't even good, but
probably.
But it
might be right there.
it seemed like it was more on the side of Like Arsenal weren't even good, and you know what I mean, it was Liverpool that were good. So we saw what Chelsea are capable with because they was able to stand up to a good Liverpool side. So why are you surprised that they drew with us?
That's how
I feel like
that's it.
No, wait. So he's saying that Arsenal weren't good on the day when they played Chelsea, but Liverpool were good on the day when they played.
Chelsea,
that sounds fair.
Chelsea got a good result. Against a very good Liverpool, as opposed to Arsenal weren't even as good as Liverpool.
No, I think it's just kind of like it's his thought process in trying to justify why Chelsea should be good against Man City.
I mean, I thought Chelsea was going to be, because in my opinion, this season, all I've seen is Chelsea get up for the big big six, and maybe what Pochettino said, they can't play against the low block, and the big six are coming to attack. Maybe other than United.
To be fair, though,
United will attack. That's stupid, bruv.
In the Nottingham Forest game, they took it to Chelsea as well, and they struggled against Nottingham Forest.
Did they?
Yeah, remember?
That's
where he got beaten up. Thiago Silva got beaten up by Awoniyi.
So as I was saying, Chelsea, City's next opponents after the international break, none other than Liverpool. And you know what time your kickoff is?
12:30, baby.
12:30 after international.
Oh, so they're back to that.
But what I did think about is, okay, cool. I understand why that game is 12:30.
Why?
Because obviously, Sky Sports get a certain amount of games. BT Sports get a certain amount of games.
Okay.
BT Sports are contractually, I think they're 12:30 kickoffs.
Yeah.
Is it BT Sports?
Yeah. And I think
TNT.
Yeah, sorry, TNT. And they're probably saying, listen, I don't care what the time is, we're showing this game.
Yeah.
So that option is to put it at 5:30 or 12:30.
True.
And then it's Chelsea Newcastle, bro.
Same day.
The same day?
The same weekend, I know.
Okay.
You're saying it could be a good weekend for Arsenal. Teams
same day, actually. Same day, I just checked. 3 p.m.
So before we talk about that game, McAllister was injured against, not injured, he was suspended against...
we're talking about Liverpool now?
Yeah.
Okay.
McAllister was, who did he play? Brentford, he's suspended.
Yeah.
And so obviously Endo came in. Mm-hmm. How do you think he performed?
Yeah, I think Endo did well because I actually, I have Norgard, Jensen, and I hold them in high regards. I like them. Sorry, what's the Brentford manager called again?
Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank thinks Norgard's the best DM in the world. I beg to differ, but I do think he's a good player. So I think Endo had a good game. I think ideally Klopp wouldn't be playing Endo in that position right now in the Premier League. I think he's willing to bide his time and play McAllister. But honestly speaking, I was happy to see the back of McAllister playing in 6-man. Seeing a 6 playing with a 10 on the back of his shirt, it didn't settle me at all. And the amount of misplaced passes that he made that always led to some kind of counter was just upsetting me, man. So I was happy to see.
Is Endo not good enough, do you think?
No, I think Endo is good enough in policing the spaces, intercepting the passing channels, cutting out the passing channels and all that kind of stuff. I think once the ball passes him by, he's not athletic enough to kind of get back in there like maybe a Caicedo or a Lavia would have been able to. But I think in terms of his reading of the game, I think he's a decent enough player.
So would you have him there over McAllister? Because obviously McAllister's playing out of position.
Yeah, I mean, I would even have Szoboszlai there. I've been vocal about that, but only because I think Szoboszlai is athletic enough and he's able to read the game better defensively. I don't think McAllister's reading of the game defensively or taking pictures is as good as it should be for you to be experimenting him in that position. So yes, I would 100%. I think he's a better DM than McAllister.
Do you agree with the criticism that he's a fouler?
100%. Yeah, but
who, Endo or McAllister?
Endo. I think both of them are foulers.
Dirty boy.
I think both of them are foulers. But what I'll say, I don't think he's like a dirty player. I don't think he's a dirty player. I think some of those challenges that were made, like for example, the one in midweek against Toulouse, I think that was a bad challenge. But I don't think I think it's a bad challenge in the same way the Curtis Jones one was a bad challenge.
Not intentional.
I think the one that this week as well, like they both slid in for the ball. And
you're not giving a red card, no?
No way.
The Endo one.
Yeah.
No, but I think the Rashford one was a red card because he stamped on the ankle and it looked like it could have broken when you see the pictures and
Bro, you're being biased, man.
But what would you say? I mean, as a,
out of the two challenges, which one was more likely to break an ankle?
who had more control?
Yeah, exactly.
Not Rashford, bro. He didn't even know he was there. How can you have more control?
Bro, that's not his fault, though.
His foot didn't move, bro.
Bro, you said who had more control. How can you have control when you don't even know the guy's there?
But it doesn't mean he's not in control.
Of course it means you're not in control, bro. If you stamp your foot down and somebody's ankle magically appears, how can you have control?
You can say, yeah, I sort of hear what Joe was saying because he wasn't aware of his surrounding. So you're not in control.
So why would you go softly?
Okay,
you
so
wouldn't do it softly.
with Endo is running in at speed,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he's got the force. Like he can't control that force.
Exactly.
Like, it looked more dangerous. It definitely looked more dangerous.
But like I say, when you look at the picture, it's on the joint and you see the brother's ankle was bent to the side. It looks like one of them.
That was free frame, by the way.
No,
It looked
100%. But that's what I'm saying, innit? But I don't think he's like a dirty player. I think he's aggressive, and you need that from
Rashford
your
ain't a
DMs.
dirty player.
I don't think he's dirty either.
Endo. He's talking about Endo.
No, but I'm saying we're comparing.
Oh, yeah,
Rashford
no,
and
100%. No, he might be actually. His brother, innit?
Tough times. But he's aggressive. I think he's got all the characteristics apart from the physicality.
Okay.
Which is is a bit of a miss, but
in Jan, do you still address that particular area of the pitch?
Unless you've got somebody who you're 100% on, like just keep it as it is, man. Because like people are talking about this Andre guy. I'm happy that Liverpool came out and said we're not talking to no Andre guy. This guy's not coming, bro. Because like, like
who's this? Sorry, Andre.
Some Brazilian guy called Andre.
Oh, is that the one from Fluminense?
I think he's been linked to Real Madrid, but
And I think Arsenal as well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just talking about all of these people, man. I don't really care, man. Just work with what you've got, man. Because like the summer we had where we should have secured somebody and we ended up with Endo. That's it, man. Let's work with that, man. I don't want to hear about anything else, man.
Your midfield. What was your midfield? What did your midfield made up?
Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Endo. And up front was Nunez, Salah, and Jota.
So I know you obviously won 3-0, but do you think the scoreline flattered you, or was it
no
3? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I think it was quite a free-flowing game. I think obviously Nunez got 2 goals disallowed. One of them was literally like a toe, where Szoboszlai had the shot and then he put it in the back of the net. The other one was clearly offside, the overhead kick. But up until that point, I think we were dominating the game. Brentford didn't really get into the game until we went 1-0 up.
Before you went 1-0 up, didn't
when Bomo was through and goal.
Yeah.
That was
a
poor
crazy
defending from Trent, because his positioning in terms of we had an attacking corner and he just didn't look at Mbomo, and Mbomo was free. He got back there in time, but luckily it was a poor finish.
Yeah, he was sweating, bro.
He's wavy.
You see when he's got the ball and he's running off, he looks like he's like a thief. The way he runs away with the ball, bro, he looks like a thief.
Rapid, he's good. He's a good player. And what annoys me is that it's like someone like him won't get scouted for one of the big teams,
but Anthony would.
Shit.
You can't even reply to that.
I can't. I've got nothing for that. But yeah, he won't get scouted for one of the big teams, and that's unfortunate because someone like him, he would definitely add value to one of the big teams for sure, and he wouldn't be the price of like Ivan Toney because he's not in the headlines as much.
Personally, I thought someone like a team like Arsenal should have got him to be a support to Saka on the right.
I would love him at United. I'll be honest.
I mean, he came to Brentford for like about 4 million as well.
Yeah, man. Brentford always. You know how they do their scouting, Brentford?
What, the black box?
Moneyball.
Yeah, black box systems. That's how Southampton do it as well. But one thing about Liverpool,
what's the black box system?
It's like a database of loads of players, and then they just got like loads of stats on them. They feed into all the scouts.
Isn't that
feed
what
into
algorithms
Brighton do as well then?
I think Southampton were the first ones to do it, and they had the other people used to use Southampton's database on it. But something about this game as well is that Tsimikas started, and last week I was critical of Klopp playing Joe Gomez on the left. I didn't really understand why he did that, but Tsimikas started. It just gave us a bit more freedom in getting loads of balls into the box, and I think even though Brentford are big boys, after a while it just kind of wore on their concentration, and then that's when we started getting through and goal.
So your midfield at the moment, so McAllister suspended. Is he suspended for one more game, or is he available?
I think that's it. I think it was just 1 match ban.
But then you've got Gravenberch is injured and Curtis Jones is injured.
Yeah, I think they're quite light injuries. The only big injury we have is Robertson.
Okay.
Oh, how long's that?
I think it's like 3 or 2 months.
Oh,
Because what I was going to say, so obviously after the international break, considering it's a 12:30 kickoff, you've got McAllister that'll be away, Nunes will be away.
Oh, so actually today, I don't know why, bro, but I just thought, no, this is fucking piss take, bro. This 12:30 kickoffs. Let me check when these guys' international games. So their games are actually on a Tuesday.
Right.
So I think the games are on a Friday, and a Tuesday, or Friday and a Wednesday.
So
they should get back by Thursday, which should give them like a Friday's rest. And they should be.
How long is the
available.
international break? Just a week this time, yeah?
Yeah, no. So the international break, the first game's on Friday or Thursday, I think. This week, and then the next game's on like a Tuesday and Wednesday. So there's no game on a Saturday, Sunday.
So it's like 2 weeks. So.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it qualifiers or is it?
Yeah, one of them qualifiers.
So I know that Argentina. So Argentina. The only problem is that Argentina are playing Uruguay and Brazil.
Yeah.
So those are big games. So Alisson's going to be there. Nunes is going to be away.
Bro, they're even making Jesus fly out
Which
there.
is mad.
So absolute
He's
nonsense.
injured.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's injured,
So they can check his injury.
They want to check it themselves. But as if he's even that pivotal.
The thing he had to do that. Remember, Saka had to do that. He went up to St. George.
Saka's a big player for England. He's like one of their best players. Jesus.
But the fact that he had to go to St. George's, what's the point?
It was ridiculous. But what I'm saying is Jesus will probably get 5 minutes even when he's fit, bruv. So why are you making him do that, bruv? Just disrupting his
But Jesus, who gets game time over Jesus in Brazil?
They've called up Endrick, innit? So he'll the Real Madrid 16-year-old.
He's disgusting.
Baller, dirty.
These guys are here to destroy
nasty
football.
boy.
Yeah. I need to watch more of him.
Good player, man.
Yeah, so speaking of, obviously, let's look ahead to your City versus...
Sorry, let me just say one more thing.
Go for it.
Guys, I think you bigged up Saliba prematurely. Virgil van Dijk is quietly just returning back to his
bigged him up in what sense?
You lot said he's the best in the league.
So don't say you lot, man. Say names.
Did you not say he's the best in the league?
No, I didn't. He came out and said that.
So you respect yourself?
I didn't say... I said he's the top 3.
Okay.
I never said... I didn't have that.
Okay, so Strives, I think... Just watch out.
But
he heard what you said.
It's not a mad claim, though.
No, I don't think it's a mad claim. But I think there was one person. There was one person who was very angry about what you said.
Who was that?
Virgil van Dijk, and he knows where you live, bro. He knows where you live,
not
bro.
Konate.
Huh?
Not Konate.
VVD's having a bit of a
Indian summer.
I was gonna say Indian summer, but it feels a bit rude to say that. But I don't know if you guys are watching what Saliba's doing.
Saliba's. I'm not gonna lie. Saliba's. You know what I feel about Saliba, bro.
I don't
like
actually. Him. I don't because we had the opportunity to say it on the air, but you started talking about
that was personal because you was talking about me personally. When you was talking about him being the best defender in the league, you was coming at me personally. I think Saliba is baby VVD. Like he's a prodigy, you know.
Saliba, he's doing crazy flicks, like last man doing flicks, composure. I don't know what to say about this guy, man. He's the best in my opinion. He's
until he gets injured.
Bro,
well, I'm saying when it came to crunch time, bro, like my pinky toe.
Come on, man. You don't need to wish.
But yeah, sorry, Man City.
Yeah. Just look ahead to because it's be a first v second clash. How do you feel going into that game?
Is it at
Emirates?
Etihad?
Yeah. Sorry.
Bro,
he got confused with the teams that he said.
You're really making him run sick right now, bro.
Yeah,
it's because they both begin with E, isn't it? Oh man,
yeah, go on.
But to be completely honest, I don't know what to expect from that game because although both teams are doing kind of well, I don't think both teams are in their stride. So it literally could be anything in it. I'm not sure the last time we beat Man City at their ground. Probably be about 2 seasons ago, I think it was. But
if it's a shootout, an open game like it was against Chelsea, who do you think wins?
Haaland's not going to be in the game because
agree.
the same way Saliba cancels out Haaland, VVD cancels out Haaland every single time they play. So I think it's going to be down to Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and maybe Doku versus Trent. Maybe
Doku versus Trent.
But again, I don't think that's a big deal if Matip's going to be playing. I think Matip and Trent will they can easily shut down Doku, bro. Because
Szoboszlai versus Rodri probably. Ooh, going to be a good battle.
No, because I think I don't think obviously Rodri will be like kind of like deputizing that area where Szoboszlai goes into, but Szoboszlai always comes out wide. Always comes out to the right hand side, kind of like how Henderson used to do it as well. So I think Szoboszlai, if anything, will avoid him. And I think again his athleticism can he can navigate around Rodri quite easily, in my opinion.
It's a good game. It's going to be a
So
good
what
game.
midfield would you go for?
I don't think Gravenberch is going to be fit. It's a good question because I think it might be too much for Endo to start that game because, again, the movement, like I said, his only issue is for me is his physicality and possibly his athleticism. So I think Bernardo Silva, who always comes to Liverpool and smoke, I think Foden as well comes to Liverpool and smoke. He'll probably be playing in the centre as well. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Julian Alvarez and his ability at Anfield or in a big game like that.
He's been a bit quiet recently. I think he's due to turn up.
But when you say quiet, is it because he's not scoring goals? Or?
Yeah, so not quiet, but he's quite quieted.
He hasn't been as instrumental as he.
He's become quieter.
He had an assist,
but I don't think he's quiet.
I see, like he
doesn't look. He doesn't threaten in front of goal at the minute. Before he looked like a threat across the board, like assists and goals.
He was creating chances, assists, goals, and
he keeps on doing these cynical fouls, bro. Like when I watch him,
I haven't noticed that.
Like quite. Well, he'll be quite deep, and I'm thinking, why are you even this deep to be making this foul in the first place?
You're fighting back saying pause, isn't it?
No.
What did I say? What?
Okay, all right. Question: what do you think is the most important Premier League game now? Like, what's our El Clasico? Would it be Man City and Liverpool? Wouldn't it?
That's what I was saying.
Funny enough, because I was in a group chat and I called it that.
Yeah,
that's our version of the El Clasico because obviously those are the two teams that have been running things for the last 7 years.
And it's like if you was to assume who's going to be the most attacking game, most goals, it's probably going to be that one, isn't it? Back in the day, it would have been Man United, Arsenal. Obviously, now it's not the case.
But I mean, that fixture still delivers, but it doesn't have the same it doesn't have the same importance and magnitude that it once did. Whereas this, Liverpool are showing themselves to be back, and Man City are showing themselves to be staying where they have been. So it's literally the battle of the Titans. Like the winner of that game is
top of the league, I guess.
And maybe they even become favourites. They become favourites.
Man City really run the ends now, innit?
But before we move off Liverpool, Mo Salah, bro,
Thomas Frank,
fire.
He said like this guy's the most underrated person in the league, bro. Man, like I don't think he gets enough credit. He doesn't get enough credit, bro. Man.
I don't think he does.
I think people are just bored of giving him credit. But
I think that's what. But if you're bored of giving him credit, that means he's not getting enough credit.
But why do you think he's not getting enough credit?
I think he's had so much of it. How much more can you give him?
Let me give you a case study. I'll give you a case study. Marcus Rashford was scoring goals in like a 3-month period, bro. We couldn't hear enough about Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, because he's English
and he's trash.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Is that true?
No. I mean, hyperbole. But it was definitely it was a short period where he got most of his goals.
Hold on, who says it's wrong? Who says it right? Because this happens too many times. Hyperbole or hyperbole?
Hyperbole is both of them.
They're both the same thing.
What's the pronunciation?
No, hyperbole is with a Y on it, and then hyperbole is with an E on it.
That's it. Yeah,
to be fair,
I've always thought it was hyperbole, but you've always said hyperbole.
It's two words. Hyperbole is the noun.
It's the whole time.
It's the same word.
I've said two different words.
No, hyperbole's got a Y on the end.
No, he hasn't.
How much you on the bet, bro?
I swear it has.
Bro, when we do grammar, I'm always right, bro. This is my thing, bro.
I'll put a little cheeky tenor on it.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, here we go. Let's
add a comment, guys.
No, but Rashford, we saw what he received. And then obviously this is something that
Let me
finish. You see what Salah does, and we see what Saka has been doing consistently for a while, bro. But then, like, that's why Thomas Frank, he made a point to come out and say that this guy is underrated.
But I don't. But underrated in what sense?
Even you, bro. You was having Saka over Salah, bro. And even your Arsenal at the time when you both supported Arsenal.
I said last season.
When you both supported Arsenal at the time, your guy had to call you up, bro. He grabbed you up by the scruff of your shirt and say, "What are you talking?"
I gave an explanation as to why. Because I said Salah has been scoring goals. Saka performance and goals. That's what I said.
But at this point now, Salah's goals and assists is crazy, bro.
Yeah. Are you talking right now?
Just right now.
I'm not saying anything now.
But even in general, his goals and assists is crazy. But you get my sentiment.
But I'm not buying this narrative that he's not giving his flowers, because every single season he's in Team of the Year.
Yeah, I agree.
Every single season, everyone talks like,
I hear what Joey's saying in terms of consistently every week. This guy's performing
every season.
No one's really.
But hang on. But he is in player of the season, because you can't take that away from him. You're not giving that to him. He's taking that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're not giving that to him. I'm saying you need to give him that as a default because he deserves that.
But what else
and we
can they
need
be
more.
doing?
I need to hear more. I just need to hear
Nah,
more.
he does need more praise.
He
though.
doesn't need
He
that.
does.
He doesn't need
I'm
that.
just saying,
I think
innit?
he gets what he gets enough.
He's an outlier, and I'll give him
But
that.
Strives, this is what I'm saying, innit? They're saying he gets what he deserves. I don't think he gets. I don't think he gets enough.
I don't think he gets it.
Who else in his prem?
Jeremy Doku.
No. So who else in his prem do you feel don't get their flowers apart from Saka?
Don't get
apart
their
from Salah?
flowers.
Do you think Erling Haaland's had his flowers this season?
Yeah, well, not this season, but they always bang on about.
Yeah, they
Bang on that side.
I'll come back to you there. But for example, I don't think Bernardo Silva gets his flowers.
No, I agree.
And I think
that's
criminal. No, but Bernardo Silva and Salah, they're not this in terms of what they deliver.
But I think Salah does.
But this guy comes out and says criminal, bro, for Bernardo Silva. You didn't say criminal for Mo Salah.
No, because Bernardo Silva at one time he was being rushed out of Man City, bruv.
But that's what I'm saying. But Salah, but he honestly speaking, Bernardo Silva has had ups and downs at Man City and play at periods where he's not even playing in the team.
Yeah,
we're talking about somebody. We're comparing him with somebody who plays every week. Yeah,
but no one's
wants to play
him.
every week and bangs goals
And delivers
every week.
And he gets ratings.
He does not get ratings, bro. This is like Thomas Frank said. This guy is probably one of the best. He's probably the best forward in the world, bro.
And teams,
but nobody here thinks of him like that.
No,
though.
opposition teams recognise that he's a threat, and he's the best. He's the best player in Liverpool's team. For Bernardo
It's
Silva,
crazy that opposition, but the media doesn't recognise this, bro.
But we know the media does. That's
Well,
the
where
media,
does
innit?
it come on the Ballon d'Or vote list? Was he even up there, bro?
he came fifth.
I think Saka got ahead of him though.
No, I'm joking.
I'm joking.
I rest my fucking case.
Yeah, bro. I agree with you, Joe.
No, yeah,
I agree.
thank
That's why I had to
you,
bring
bro,
him
thank
up
you.
because every time I'm thinking this guy he's always scoring. He's always like in that position. But it's just
He gets his flowers.
He does,
No,
man.
Bro, he
I don't
doesn't
think
get
he does.
enough hype that he needs to.
You get bored of saying he's sick.
No,
bro.
100%. But just
But you
because you
should
get
get
bored,
bored.
that you shouldn't just
But
do your fucking job as the media.
If Haaland continues to do this, everyone's like, Haaland scored 2, everyone's like, this is a Haaland routine.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
But no, but you have to do your job. You have to do your
I think
job,
they
bro.
are.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I wanted to, obviously, in terms of Man City, Liverpool, you mentioned the midfield. Who would you play for your front three?
Front three, I'll play Nunes.
Yeah.
I'll definitely play Nunes. He's probably going to miss a sitter, but this is part
He's
of
like
the
your
parcel.
backup dancer, bro. He's doing sick assists.
No, he's a madman. But yeah, Nunes, Salah, and I think I would actually start Jota. I think I'll start Jota, then I'll bring on Diaz when necessary. But sorry, if necessary, not when necessary.
Cool. All right. Moving away from Liverpool.
So so Salah finished 11th in the ranking for the Ballon d'Ors.
So what other Premiership players finished ahead of him?
Haaland was definitely ahead of him.
Yeah.
Let me check 1 second.
And would you disagree with that?
Is this
No, not at all. But I'll probably disagree with the other people ahead of him.
In the Prem, if there is any.
Martinez goalkeeper?
Yeah, that's the goalkeeper. I wouldn't count that.
No, but even then, he's not ahead of him.
Yeah, of course not, but-
because he's shitting.
I was talking about any out, but if he shouldn't even, because he won the World Cup.
Yeah,
he-
it's
but-
bullshit.
Yeah, Saka finished 24th, so lower than.
Were there any other Prem
Yeah.
players ahead of?
Yeah, so I'm looking running through the list now.
Where was like Alvarez? World Cup
He was
winner,
up there.
treble winner.
He was
He,
up
oh,
there.
McAllister as well, bro.
Bernardo
was
Silva
there.
9th.
Bernardo Silva shouldn't be ahead of.
So what
Salah.
Salah 11th?
Salah. He won. He won
Bernardo
a treble.
Silva shouldn't be ahead of Salah, bro.
He won a treble. What's
So
going
what?
on there?
So what? bro?
But that's what they taking, because that's
we need
Messi
to-
won the World
yeah,
Cup.
They're taking all of that into
But
consideration.
that's what I'm saying though. Like, that's why I said he's underrated. If I'm going to be honest, because I even though he won a treble, bro, but
Alvarez was 7th.
Yeah, 7th. Yeah,
Right.
Alvarez won a treble and contributed massively to the overall
World Cup.
performance.
yeah, but so what?
And
though, man?
Salah.
that's
what-
how they
what did
vote.
Salah-
No, because
what did
then
Salah get last year?
but hang on. So when
34 goals and 10
Ronaldo and
assists, by the way.
Messi, them man have won Ballon d'Or without
Yeah,
winning it. Winning big
Ronaldo and
things.
Messi, innit? That's
But that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, exactly.
You're like moving the goalposts.
Have they though? Have they?
Huh? What do you mean?
Ronaldo and Messi have won the Ballon d'Or without winning anything in the
no,
year.
they've won stuff, but not as like
Not trebles.
yeah.
Because that's why you're saying Bernardo Silva should be in there and Julian Alvarez should be in there.
But Salah won nothing.
I'm not saying,
As-
even the
as to why
season where
Bernardo
he's won treble, double or whatever, he's not in there, bro.
They probably
No,
finished.
he's
They probably
been
finished
there,
a lot higher than that.
Yeah,
But
I'll dispel this.
But anyway, let me just say for the point, he's underrated. He is underrated. He's underrated.
He's not underrated.
I don't think he is personally. But I know. Let's move.
Hang on, let me
away.
just quickly win £10 carry on, and I'll come back.
Yeah. Next game, Man United Luton,
What do we got to?
and on my notes, all I have is. What do you want to tell us that's new?
Nothing.
Maguire's looking decent.
That's the first.
That's the first. Maguire's looking like he's got a value.
Hang on, let
to
me
his.
pause you quickly. Go on.
Sorry, Stripes. How do you want that payment? right now, I'm about to pay you 1,000 pennies.
Go on, Mal.
Maguire's looking good. That's probably the only positive I can take from Manchester United right now. He's looking like not an 80 million pound defender, but he's looking like a defender that is worth at least 10, maybe 20.
It's better than nothing, man. And he was nothing at the moment.
I'm saying you got to count.
He's kind of redeemed himself. He's trying to redeem himself.
Yeah.
He is, bro. He is. And the thing is, it's a bit crazy when you got Varane on the bench. He comes on, and you know there's something going on because
he hasn't. To be fair though, he hasn't looked good though.
No, he hasn't looked good. But that's what I'm saying. But even when he come on, his face could tell 1,000 words.
He doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be at this shit club anymore. I don't want to be in Manchester. He's probably thinking me and Casemiro must be looking for the next move.
I agree. But
didn't you man say he cut his eyes at ETH when he was bringing him on as a sub?
Yeah, no, he did.
Who got injured? Lindelöf got injured, I think it was. And then Varane was coming on as a sub.
Yeah.
What, did he cut his eye for real?
He didn't cut his eye, but what happened is obviously when you're about to come on as a sub, especially like before half time, for instance, like you're gonna get a few words from your manager. Is like, this is what I want you to do, blah blah blah. Bruv.
Not listening.
None of that, bruv.
Nothing.
Absolutely none of that. 10 wasn't interested, and Varane didn't look like he was interested either.
Just literally come on and vibes.
100%. Figure it out. You know what you're supposed to do. Like, not one of those ones. So yes, it's not looking good. But I think when you read the reports of players like falling out with 10, it seems to be kind of evident within the squad at the minute, and it kind of makes sense because man, he's got his favourites, bruv.
Yeah, he does, definitely.
And his favourites are dead, bruv. Like,
but when you say he's got his favourites, some of the new players that he bought, he's not even playing them. So who are his favourites?
So Anthony is definitely one of his favourites. I believe he's out of the team now. Yeah. But I feel like he's out of the team now because there's so much pressure on him being removed and being dropped from the team. So I think 10
for footballing reasons or
for footballing reasons because he's been super dead. And I think 10's even came out and said that he recognises that his forms, and he said the same thing for Rashford, to be fair. He recognises the forms, obviously not what it needs to be, and they need to be playing better. And Anthony's was one of those players we was talking about. Yeah, man.
But it is bad. Something's obviously not right. We're definitely not taking our chances. I don't know what it is, whether players want to take an extra touch. They haven't got the confidence to take things first time.
You guys are really struggling with your injuries, though.
Yeah, we're struggling with injuries, but come on, man. Like, when you play like to Luton, you need to be just winning this game. Do you know what I mean?
That was my point. So before the game, I was like, if we don't win this game convincingly, that's when I'll be start questioning it. Like if 10's the guy, but I don't even know if it's a case of 10 being the guy.
I wouldn't say it's 10. I wouldn't say, because the thing is, you can't just keep getting rid of the manager when players start downing tools or things don't go your way.
Like, you can't say. Both can be true. You can't say you don't want United to go and sack the manager.
No,
but at the same time, you can call the manager out of just being dead. Yeah,
because like last season, he got all the flowers for achieving what he achieved.
Yeah.
Now the team's not achieving. Surely he should be also collecting the flowers from that too.
But you say the team's not achieving, but you've seen banded around in the media that United's the most informed team in
the Premier League. But I just breezed past
most
that.
Most informed team.
Yeah, sorry. What was the numbers behind that? Because I saw that, but I saw they won 5.
It's in the past 5 games.
Yeah,
in the past 5 games,
we've only lost 1.
That's why stats are the same.
Yeah,
if you watch the game, they're scraping.
But the facts are the facts, though. We are the most informed team.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if you
we all know.
We look shit.
Yeah,
that's why I browsed past that, man. I just ignored that fact.
Jeezy said it as well. Like,
you can browse past it, but the manager's not browsing past it. At the end of the day, he's thinking, I've got a shit team.
I've got something to cling on to.
I can't play the Ajax way, and I'm grinding out results. I've had 4 wins and a draw.
But why are you trying to play the Ajax way with Man United?
He's not. That's what he's saying.
That was his point.
He's saying, I'm not trying to play with
okay.
So you might not like the way we're playing and you might not like the way we're looking, but at the end of the day, I'm still amongst it. And he's got 6 points off the top 4.
He was like, we can still get top 4. I mean,
no, of course they can.
Yeah, top 4. You're not far out.
They can. But I think with the performance we're putting in now, I always think there's only a matter of time before things just actually start to. We're getting blinds. Like we are actually getting life on our games. Like, as a Man United fan, I don't even want to. I genuinely don't want to watch us play, bro.
I agree.
Like 75 minutes into a Man United game, I always question, like, I could have been doing something. I could have went gym. Like, I could have done something more. more
What time
familiar
did
with
you
my
score
time.
your goal?
It was late.
It was late. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
late.
you can't be doing that against Luton.
No, and it was Lindelöf.
Everyone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that was the most concerning thing because I think even
Luton's given other than Chelsea, it has been a tough for certain teams to play against Luton.
yeah, but at
Not
home,
disputing
bro,
that.
we need to just be putting them to bed. Like we had the chance
At home.
At home. Yeah, that's
But
exactly.
but who's going to do it for you? Like,
No, but we had the chances though. Garnacho had a chance. He fumbled it, tried to go around the keeper. Rashford had a chance.
Yeah,
took a touch.
But are these players quality? Like your front,
No, but the thing is, there's a difference between them being quality and a difference between them being low on morale, team not
No,
clicking.
but you can't keep saying we should be doing this, shooting
I
that,
think it's
shooting that.
quality.
But when your attackers altogether have probably scored like one goal, bro, between them all of them.
But then that's like Højlund, isn't it? Like he scored all his
I
goals
just
in
want
the
to let you know. I
Champions
just want
League.
to let you know he's attacking you right now.
Yeah,
he's
but
attacking
doing it with a calm voice. But I know this guy. That was an
bro,
attack.
I know what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do.
I'm just trying to find out why.
Release the dog in me.
I'm not releasing this dog in it.
He's done it before.
But yeah, the players like to your point, like decision making is one thing for sure, but I do think there is a lack of quality within our team, like a massive lack of quality.
But when you say quality, this is what annoys me because
Garnacho's not good enough. Let's be honest, he's not.
Garnacho is
Whoa,
an impact
hang on a
player
minute.
from the bench.
What's going on here?
He's an impact player from the bench at the moment.
Garnacho is what?
He's an impact player from the bench.
He's not good enough. He's 19 years old at the minute. So we need to take that into consideration. But he's not a star. He's
So when I called him Argentinian Dan James,
but that's not true though.
Nah, that's too harsh.
He's not that.
because Dan
that
James
bad.
is better than him currently in terms of current ability. Who's better than him and Dan James?
What? Who would I rather start right now?
No, who's better?
Who would I rather start right now?
Don't entertain
so,
this
yeah.
guy.
Because
Don't entertain this
Garnacho
guy.
is better footballer than
Yeah,
Dan James.
he is,
That's
he
what
is.
But if I was wanting to start a player,
And what do you think he's not good, or he's not the quality you require now because of his age?
no, because of his decision making, I think he makes really, really.
Do you
poor
expect that
decisions
to
in the
get better
final
with age?
100%. 100%. So, for instance, when I comment on his decision making, like there was a couple of chances in that game where he should have squared the ball, but he was looking for the shot. He might try shoot first time, or he might try cut inside and then look for the shot. I think with age, you naturally start to get a bit of experience and understand that the better pass to get into your end goal, which is effectively a goal, is to square the ball. It's a simple tap-in.
I agree.
And I think that's where he's doing.
I think the only plus from that game was Onana made a cracking save, but we might have gone 1-0 down and probably dropped our heads.
No, yeah,
Because I'd argue that Rashford's decision making has gotten worse with age.
I agree.
Maybe
So
his
that's what I'm saying.
brother's playing on
It's
his
not-
mind or something.
Not
man.
with age. I'd say with
increasing money.
with pay packet.
Yeah, it always happens. But it's crazy because when I was watching United in midweek in the Champions League, like I think we were 3-2 up, and I knew how it was going to go. But anyway, the missus comes down the stairs, goes, "Well, United are winning 3-2." I said, "Yeah, we trying to say?" She says, "Man, United always lose, isn't it?" And then. Yeah, then we went on to lose that game. So it's mad when your missus knows that you're actually trash.
Bro, they're thieves of joy, bro.
Is she trolling or does she mean it? Because
No,
sometimes
No, she actually meant it. She goes, "Come on, Man United are."
That's when it hurts the most.
Yeah, and then
she's
we
lying.
lost. And the
She
next
called
day-
her bedroom after saying, like, "Yeah, I just got him good."
Bro, the next day she was like, "Why are you so grouchy, man? Like, just don't talk to me, man.
Yeah.
Just leave me. Like, just don't come to me when I'm watching football because it's going to be beef."
Shorty, sometimes United will play either dead or lose the game, and I don't hear from Shorty in the daytime, and the next day I'll be like, "Oh, what on? What were you saying from yesterday?" It was like, "Oh no, yeah, I mean United lost in it, so I didn't want to holler at you."
Oh mate, it's bad. It's bad when they all know, bro. It's bad.
That's why you guys should hedge your bets and
It's not hedging our bets, bro. We've got to stick through the
What'd
thin
you
and
say?
thin, man.
What's the reason why you support 8 teams?
Yeah, bro. So you can so at least one of them will bang.
weekends. On my weekends.
No, hey, to support Della though, you lot sound like Alcohol Anonymous. You're like just trading your painful stories, bro.
Bro, they really did.
When you hit rock bottom, bro.
It was bad because when you was talking about the Champions League game, it was funny because obviously I went to watch the Arsenal one, and after the game, we was obviously going to the station. One guy just was walking past in the opposite direction, guys. Manchester United's just lost 4-3. I'm thinking, what? I said, no way. And the last time I checked, it was they were 3-2 up.
Yeah.
And there's no reception as well. So I'm thinking, this can't be. When my phone started coming in, and I was like, They lost again.
We got booked that game now.
Yeah, we did.
We get because
VAR killed us.
No cap. Yeah, that was probably Man United's best performance this season.
Yeah, we did start
in
well.
the game.
No, we did.
No, it was, but it wasn't a great performance. But it was your best performance.
Hold the mic. When you tuned in, that was when it was legit was a VAR call. So don't do this, bruv. We were lit until that.
We were actually. I was surprised.
No, but remember when was the VAR call? What time was it?
It must have been
like
25
End
minutes.
of the first half.
What minute was it?
Like 25 minutes or something.
Right, so you can't tell me that 25 minutes is your greatest Man United performance. Maybe it's your best performance this season.
The best this season.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying what I said is it was still rubbish though.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't rubbish. It wasn't rubbish. It wasn't.
25 minutes of good football, bro.
No, we were doing.
And then a penalty that shouldn't have been a penalty.
I'm saying we played our best football of the season.
I agree.
Up until that point.
I'm telling you, it was rubbish.
But you wasn't watching.
No, but I'm saying
bro,
no, because I watched from the 25 minutes on.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm saying the performance was rubbish.
Okay, but you didn't see what I'm talking about though. I'm saying we played our best football.
Football's 90 minutes, bro.
Okay, all right. But that's your point. Get to
so
it.
But my thing is that you're bigging up 25 minutes of decent football.
Yeah. That's trash.
Until VAR.
Until the
That's
red card.
trash.
Until the red card, then they changed the routine.
But 2-0 up
Against Copenhagen.
United
Garbage, bro. Garbage, bro.
Copenhagen's got a good record in
Yeah,
Europe.
exactly.
Though.
Can I just say Copenhagen were like
in Europe?
They're not that bad.
Well, how many times have they been in Champions League?
Again, I just want to point out that he's setting you up for that because
he's not. That was genuine. That was genuine.
It was Kobe. Yeah, I think Copenhagen. I don't think they've beaten any Prem team in Europe other than you guys.
I told you, he's setting you up.
They're Danish champions. They're Danish champions, man. That's what I'm saying.
Danish champion.
Bro, you lost to Toulouse. Like it happens, isn't it?
Bro, what are you talking about? Oh man, help me to help you, bro. Ixnay on the comments.
Yeah, let's move away from United because so far nothing's new.
Yeah, nothing new.
Let's go.
They've got a couple injuries coming up.
Again,
Heidland has got a little strain.
Ericsson
gonna miss a lot in November. Ericsson. And then
injuries are part of the game, isn't it?
And Juventus are showing interest in Sancho as well.
And Mano looks like he might be off, so who knows?
Man City, yeah.
To Man City,
yeah.
I don't believe the papers, bro.
If you not let that happen, that is crazy.
I would
to ride bench at Man City
at that point. I'll stop supporting Man United at that point for sure.
That makes sense. That wouldn't make any sense.
Arsenal 3, Burnley 1. Go on, Strive. Talk to me about the game.
Yeah, man, it was a nice...
Firstly, how was your trip to the stadium?
Yeah, man, it was rushed. I was Saturday was obviously I had to take Little to swimming. Then I had some work to do, and then then I had to get to the stadium.
Yeah. Who got you the tickets, by the way?
My mate, he works with somebody who couldn't get to the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So he
let's do honesty, please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Well, I said my mate.
What was his name?
Okay.
Why do
I just wanted to know, man.
His name's Samuel.
Okay, let's leave it there because Samuel doesn't look to. Cool. You got to the game late, but obviously you saw the 3 goals that Arsenal scored.
Yeah.
Don't really want to talk about the performance because I saw that routine. But did anything stand out for you going forward? Would you prefer to see Trossard even when Eddie's back from injury?
Yeah, I noticed that's obviously I watched the game with Del Estrada, and that was one of the observations Del Estrada said. I don't know, like when I'm thinking about it, yeah, I do like seeing Trossard in there, and he's been impressive, deputizing for Jesus, and you don't get that much of a difference in terms of the way he drops in to kind of give the midfield some breadth, and the way where Arsenal can build up play with him playing centrally. But I've also, I don't know, I also do have some time for Nketiah. So I don't know if I don't know like where I stand with them two at the moment in terms of preference wise. Actually, no, I do. I think I do prefer Trossard, actually. I think if I see Trossard in the team, I feel like I'm a little bit more assured.
Trossard over Jesus or Trossard over
Nketiah? But yeah, it's only just because I feel like...
Sorry, as a forward, I
don't know.
Yeah, the main forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Main forward. Because on the left, I haven't been completely wooed by Trossard, if I'm completely honest.
Is that in comparison to Martinelli or just in general?
In comparison to Martinelli, and even in comparison to Jesus, when Jesus has played on the left for us. But essentially, I've not had no issues. But then again, obviously, Nketiah had the hat-trick the other day, but then games afterwards, he's been... You could argue that we've not had the service into him, but I do feel like it just feels unfair to him, but there's nothing going on for him.
There's a difference, as in Eddie relies on service, whereas Trossard can make something out of not nothing, but he can influence the game a lot more than what Eddie can do.
But you say that, but then when we were watching it, I felt Trossard wasn't. I felt like he was having a quiet game for most of that the first half. He wasn't really in it, but then he threw himself at the ball, and then obviously he got that goal, but he wasn't really in the game.
But I would say the difference is like Trossard can link up well with everyone else in the team, so by default, everyone sort of plays better around him.
Yeah,
whereas Eddie is more relying on like, give me something.
Yeah.
So that's the difference, and I think Trossard is probably the closest thing that Arsenal have to Jesus when Jesus is out for the team, as opposed to Eddie being. Obviously, Eddie's Eddie, but I think for the team, Trossard is a much better fit playing in the number 9.
Has Martinelli played up top before?
Back in the days.
Back in the day, I thought so. He used to be a striker, right? Not used to, but he's played as a striker.
Through the middle,
Yeah.
Does that not work ever?
Under Arteta, he's never played there.
Yeah, I don't think we've tried it. I don't think we've tried it. But then I feel like with him playing there, I feel like it might be similar to Nketiah playing there, because would he come back in and link up the play? Like he would need what Nketiah needs. Yeah. So I see why Arteta hasn't tried it. But yeah, man, Martinelli's been just fine on the left. But the only thing this season, I'll say with Martinelli, he's not finding the net as much as he did the season before. I don't want to make too much of it, because I feel like there's a lot that he's had to deal with. We've lost Granit Xhaka, and I think Granit Xhaka really came of age, and you're seeing it at Liverpool. Yeah, so I feel like with Zini and Xhaka losing that, I feel like Martinelli's had a lot to kind of contend with, and then obviously he's had Havertz to try and deal with as well and whatnot. But he's cooking. He's beating his man. End product looks like it could be better even in the midweek. But yeah, man, it was, for me, in terms of standout, to go back to Della's question, standout for me was just being able to. It was just good to see Arsenal just win a game, no frills, but just win the game comfortably, convincingly. I feel like there was Arteta had a decision to make. Are we going to be sexier going forward, or are we going to be more resolute? And I think he's decided to go for the latter. And we're just harder to score against. We're harder to beat. I think we're joint with Liverpool in terms of goals conceded, and no team has conceded fewer than us. So that shows in terms of what we're conceding. We're just tougher to break down. And yeah, man, it was just literally a good day at the office. What would you say, Della?
No, his opinion doesn't count,
as a neutral fan.
I'm just Drake, and he asked me a question as a football fan. Yeah, it was a routine win. It was good to go to those games and not have to like question or have any issues with how you feel that the game may go. It was just routine win.
Is that a game you bring if you're playing, you bring your girlfriend to watch you?
Yeah. So babe, this is what we do. This is what I do. It was just routine. No, it was a good performance.
Zini was pretty outstanding. Like everything seemed to just be going well for him. Like he seemed to be in the right place. His passes was coming off. He scored that. Did you see his goal?
Yeah.
Did you catch his goal?
But speaking of his goal,
Paolo Di Canio-esque.
Match of the day have no respect. Do you guys watch Match of the day?
I
don't really.
Wait, sorry, was that Saturday game? No, I didn't watch Sundays.
Saturday game.
I only watched Sundays.
Huh?
Was Saturday?
Yeah,
Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
They did not. Okay, they showed the goal in the game, but when they're doing the analysis, they didn't show the goal.
But
what do you mean they didn't show the goal?
Like they didn't give us.
They didn't.
Oh,
no, because they show every goal though, right? In the analysis,
they didn't. All during Gina said is that obviously Arsenal scored from a corner, Saliba. Then he goes, "There's no point talking about the third goal because it was just from a corner again." But it was a cold goal.
Maybe it wasn't that great. I haven't seen it. So.
But watch it now.
It's Paolo Di Canio.
And how can such a goal not be deserving of
it was a good finish.
It was a class goal, bro.
But Arsenal fans say that about all their goals.
No, watch it. The technique was sick.
Yeah, it was.
The way he just adjusted.
All right, hang on.
Masterclass, bro.
It's not masterclass.
Bruv, his rating that game must have been at least 9 out of 10.
No, the technique was good.
But it's a scissors technique.
Yeah.
I think that is a Paolo Di Canio type of
goal.
goal.
You don't like the one that Kovacic scored, that kind of one. Or
What's he talking about?
It was like
security, get this guy out of here, bro.
Karate Kid. You know Karate Kid when he does that kick at the end.
Crazy one. No, it was a decent goal. It had a bit of dip on it.
Yeah.
Which it shouldn't have had,
Why?
considering how close it was to the goal.
But considering how close he was,
I think that makes it even more. I think it makes it more like.
No, I think that's got to be a straight shooter, bro.
Well, it's okay.
Nah. A dip has never made that sound. it was the technique. The technical ability was cold. The technical ability was cold.
But that's what I'm saying. They literally disregarded it.
Are we adding this to the agenda list? Because that's worthy for me. That's agenda worthy.
That is a bit cheeky.
Because I've never seen them not show every single goal.
But it wasn't as if it was like a header.
It
was like, that goal was kind of decent. It's like, now, the same routine as a corner. We talked about it already. No point talking about it again. But yeah.
They could have at least just showed a replay of it, man.
Even
Saliba's
goal was nice, man. He got up there. He doesn't really score that many goals.
What was the header? I didn't see it.
Yeah, he got up taller than everything. Again, after a strong, resolute performance.
There was a red card. What happened?
Yeah, I was going to say, the VAR got it right, yeah?
Yeah, you know what? When you watch it live, because I just think, was it Mike Oliver? He's a dickhead, isn't it? Like
he's starting to show himself to be a bit of a dickhead. In my opinion,
he's a big time dickhead. Like he was really. I don't think he likes Arsenal personally. I really don't think he likes Arsenal. But when we saw it, I'm just thinking, "Yo, prick, that wasn't a red. But then everybody in the group chats, you go in your phone, everyone's like, "Oh no, that was a red. It was a red." And Vieira's come out, he's apologized for it. Cool, but.
What kind of tackle was it? Or can you relate it to something?
It was a bit late. It was a bit dangerous. I think it was close to his knee or something like that.
It's like the ball came around and it's like he tried to like came over his head. Then he tried to control it.
He kept his eye on the ball.
Yeah. Then the ball came and then
he just started down on somebody.
No, it just kicked. I think just kicked the player's knee. It's soft, but this is
It was high though.
Personally,
is it the same as Rashford in terms of he didn't know what his surroundings were? And I think it's a duty of care that you have to have.
But your man's on the foot.
You're trying to play football.
Let's not make it non-contact sport, and then none of these things will happen. So there's not really much to say about Arsenal.
Nah, standard procedure.
One thing to mention is Trossard. I think after Saka, he's contributed to most of Arsenal's goals outside Saka, and he's only been there since January last year.
I swear down.
And all this season, all these assists has come from Saka.
Yeah, literally every single assist has come from Saka. And
what do you mean? As in every single goal you scored?
Yeah, it's been a Saka assist.
A Saka assist.
No, wait, hold on. What?
100%.
Yeah.
Trust me.
As in every single goal Arsenal Football Club has scored.
Trossard's goal.
Trossard. Okay, all right.
Okay,
I was about to say what?
But Saka's now got a goal involvement against every team he's played in the Premier League.
I saw that. I had trace words against that.
I don't know why.
Stat, man.
It's a dead stat.
That's not a dead stat.
No, because we only used to talk about people scoring against every team.
But he scored against most of them. But goal involvement, imagine going up against any team that you played in the Premier and you can remember impacting the game with a goal, like whether it's an assist or it's a good stat.
That is a good stat.
That's a good stat.
I think either goal
they've lowered
every club or it's against every club.
No, sorry.
Against every single club.
It's a combination of goal or assist.
Yeah, that's good. Against every single club in the Premier.
Only Harry Kane can say the same.
Yeah, I'm not. Sorry,
Haaland as well, no?
I don't think so.
No.
I think Chelsea was the only team he hasn't scored against. So they said
in the 1.5 seasons he scored against every single club. I don't think so.
I'm not saying it's a death set. I'm just saying nobody used to talk about that before. They used to talk about how many goals you scored against the range of teams.
Bro, he scored a few goals, but I mean, goals and assists, like, bro, Saka.
But for a winger or an attacking forward to get a goal or an assist.
Or left wing back.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Somebody's got the goals in it. We know the goals count more than the assists.
Yeah, of course it does.
And then somebody has more of the goals than
it.
that. But we're not talking about him, innit? Because his name's shouted. We're not allowed to talk about Salah, are we?
Let's move over to...
You spoke about him enough, bro. Get out of here, man.
Taking it. I didn't know where he was going with it.
You got Brentford next, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Saliba scored.
Who's you?
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Told you, bro.
Watch where you're pointing those fingers, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologise.
It, man. Lastly, obviously not lastly, but Spurs v Wolves.
What a game, man.
Mad.
What happens in the space of a week? Whereas they were sitting top of the league with unbeaten. Now they've lost 2 games back to back, and now they're still sitting 4th.
Not only that, bro. They were sitting top of the league.
Yes, that's
in that game, bro.
Yeah,
with 3 points on top of everybody, and they got slapped the hell out of.
But obviously, I think everyone knew this wasn't going to last too long, and now injuries have happened. They've come into the game. They are starting to, wane up.
He's a hater. Sorry, Marley Mar of...
No, because he said the Canio, bruv. Allow it, bruv.
He said
it's the Canio technique,
Canio-esque.
But you rate that goal, but that's the Canio-esque, but you don't rate
I didn't rate this goal. I said it was a good goal, great technique. Remember, I said it was a dipper as well.
Okay, this is where they
Sorry,
guys. Listen, no. So let me just.
I said it was a dipper as well, bro.
Let me just correct it. Yeah, all I said.
It wasn't.
You're talking about me.
It was a goal worthy of match of day showing it again.
Yeah, 100%.
Nah,
Yeah.
they should have.
Was it Marley Mar? Yes.
No, because that's not going to be in the best goals of the season, bruv.
It'll be.
Wait, hang on. What are you
goal of
talking
the
about?
month.
What's wrong with this guy, man?
Hey, Marley.
Maybe.
Bro, no,
This guy
he's
hates
saying
us.
match of the day should have showed it in the coverage of the game.
Yeah, no, I know.
No,
the analysis,
they showed it in the coverage,
in the
but not the
analysis, sorry.
analysis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he was
Yeah,
saying.
fair enough.
And I was saying it's a good technique on the goal, but I think it dipped. I think from how close it was, it should have gone straight.
So can you admit that you changed him? Because if Kovacic saw that, you would said it was a media
Changed about what, bro?
All right, let's move on.
Okay, let's
What's he on about?
Let's do this off.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
Speaking of Kovacic, he celebrated when
Sterling.
did he?
Yeah,
No,
Sterling did.
Yeah.
But he celebrated. No, as in Kovacic scored when
So
when Chelsea scored.
When Chelsea scored, Kovacic did a quick.
How is it?
As in like, let's have him.
I think it was a penalty. I think if it was for the penalty, you'll see him just do a quick yes.
Oh, right. Right.
No, maybe. Are you sure you didn't do that for the challenge? You didn't think it was a penalty?
No, trust me,
It was a goal.
They caught him. They caught him in 4K, bruv. They caught him in 4K.
Mad.
So obviously Spurs. I think if anything, let's talk more about Gary O'Neill as opposed to Spurs. Obviously, Spurs lost 2-1. But I think Gary O'Neill obviously sacked at Bournemouth, but since then he's gone to Wolves. They're probably not getting they probably haven't been getting the results they deserve, but performance-wise, they've been doing really, really
The
well.
opposite of United.
Yeah, you could say that. So where do we think Wolves? I don't even know where they are in the league right now, but where do we think they will finish?
They're 11th.
Yeah,
I think they'll be around mid-table.
I agree.
I can't see them doing anything to penetrate the top 8 or top 7 or anything like that. But I think they'll be lurking around the mid-table.
I don't think they brought in a lot of players either, which we have to kind of credit the manager.
They're 12th.
Okay, yeah. So they were 11th on Saturday still. But I think it's an issue that they've still got that Fabio Silva guy, man, who...
He's rubbish.
Yeah, but they spent like 40 million on
Sorry,
him.
let me not stop calling players rubbish, just in case we ever cross paths with them.
But no, it's
not my
painful.
cup.
It's
Yeah.
painful to have him at your team, I think. But Gary O'Neill has done a great job. Probably deserves like some kind of round of applause, but I'm not willing to give it. But no, he's cold, man.
No, he's good. He's a
Lemina.
He's a surprising package in terms of what he's been able to offer these teams, particularly Wolves. He obviously came from Bournemouth. I don't know. I just didn't think he would be mixing it with the bigger teams, but he's doing well. I think mid-table is perfect for him. I think that's where he'll probably finish, to be fair.
But I mean, in regards to Spurs, I feel like I personally think Spurs started well. I think they look good. I think they've got a good first 11, and I think
Wolves were out playing them at the start. And
Yeah, exactly.
Because what I was going to say was that in terms of like, I feel like soon as those injuries happen, I think soon as Maddison got injured, because I always thought to myself like, they need, like, obviously I want Spurs to obviously start capitulating in it. So I was always like, they need to lose Maddison so that the wheels can start falling off. But then obviously losing Maddison, losing VDV, Romero's suspended,
Udogie suspended as well.
Lack of squad depth.
Yeah, lack of squad depth. So yeah, I said to a Spurs supporter that I talk to like quite regularly in the week. I said, bro, like forget about whatever aspirations you had, bro. Like the wheels are gonna start falling off from now. He was a little bit hopeful. Thought, obviously Dyer's got something to prove and whatnot. He might try a thing in the higher line. I think they got Ashley Phillips or something who's meant to be quick as well. It'll
be interesting to see how they
I think
go on from here though. I'll be intrigued.
Spurs.
It's going to be a similar thing to Man United, and maybe people will start recognising that we've actually had issues this season.
Bro, but Newcastle was screaming.
Yeah, Trippier,
You got Trippier
with the fans,
bitching to the fans, talking about injuries and what have you. Know,
their squad is a bit depleted. They're playing 17-year-old in midfield.
But you see, Spurs. So they were the one who got rid of Sanchez. They got rid of Tanganga, and now they're playing Ben Davies at centre back, bro.
Yeah.
So
true.
This maybe it's a bit short sighted. Maybe the guys that he let go, he didn't think they can play Angeball.
Yeah,
but this is maybe you can't really do that in your first.
But maybe
season.
he's thinking, I need to offload these players, bring in more players that I want as well. So
yeah, but you could do that in January, I guess.
Richarlison's injured now as well.
It depends, bro. Because remember, like players can be players, isn't it? Like,
but you know what was weird though? I didn't know Lo Celso was still there.
The same, I was surprised.
Bro, and then I saw that Brian Gill come on, bro.
Yeah,
like the one that looks like he's in the Beatles, bro. He can't on pitch. I was surprised to see him on pitch, bro, man.
He looks like he should be in somewhere in Manchester.
How far do you feel like Tottenham's decline might be, or do you think this is just a little blip and Andrew might get it together?
I think it depends on how long, honestly, James Maddison is out for.
They're saying he'll be back next year.
Yeah, if that's the case.
Early next year.
Because I predicted them to finish outside the top 8 to begin in, and then I started thinking they're going to be top 4. But if they've lost, because I think VDV is out for about 6 to 9 weeks, in my opinion, the way his hammy exploded against Chelsea.
He's too. Yeah, that's a fast person's injury. What he got? Yeah, that's a sprinter's injury, bro. Yeah. That's crazy.
What grade hamstring did they say?
No, I didn't see.
I didn't see that.
But just looking at Wolves' team as well, man. Like Lamina, Hwang. Semedo was moving crazy in that game, bro. And that's not somebody I hold to high regards, if I'm going to be honest. And that Bellegarde guy for them as well, bro, man. Like everybody came out and had a performance.
The black brother.
Yeah, but Cunha.
Listen, we wanted him as well. I'm glad we didn't get him. We would have been frustrated as hell. Because he actually has chance.
What was Son saying?
Son played
Hang on. We keep on cutting each other out.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying I would have. No, I'm sorry. I went to Man United again. I said I would have been frustrated with him at Man United because the amount of chances we created, like he needs about 8 chances to hit the back of the net, and we don't get 8 chances. So that guy would have been like Weghurst.
Probably that.
No, because the only reason why I was asking about Son, because obviously I had the shot on target better that just didn't come in, bruv. So I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
I think he got a goal that was disallowed as well.
I'm on my way to watch Arsenal. I might have made that. I'm just thinking, I'm definitely going to open my phone up and see. Yeah, I'm thinking money's in the account, but I'm thinking, hold on a second, you lost it. You couldn't even shoot on target, bro.
But that's why I say I think it'll be interesting with Ange because everyone's praising them.
He's gonna finish 8th, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see if
hopefully
how well they do.
I think the difference between probably Ange and what Ange may do and what I think what each one needs to compare to your situation at United. Is that you guys are not playing at all.
No.
As in performance-wise,
nope.
There's not been, apart from 25 minutes against Copenhagen, there's not been any good performances this season.
No, they haven't.
You know, and every single team has injuries.
I think the same thing can happen to Ange because he seems pretty naive in his approach as well, similar to Ten Hag.
Because of the Chelsea game.
Chelsea game, and I'd say one of the reporters on after the game, they said, "Do you think you would have done better if you parked the bus?" And he parked the bus, and he was like, "I don't know what to say, mate. I'm not a bus driver." I was like, "What?"
No, but what?
He's a wanker, man.
I respect that, man.
Yeah. To back what Delo's saying though, like Ange's coming in less than half a season. You can see his identity. ETH is at United. You can't really see anything. Another thing as well that's pretty telling when it comes to the match interviews, post game, whatever analysis, whatever. I don't get any information from what ETH is saying. And the last time you had that problem with Solskjaer, you don't get anything from these. Like, they're saying, bro, I'll be honest with you. I'm just hearing colloquials, and I hear blame game. Loads of blame game. He'll always come with it. He'll always come with excuses. He'll never say tactically this is where we had shortcomings. Yeah. Or tactically,
he does.
No. I'm saying. Hang on, listen. Let me finish.
Go on.
He will never say like defensively we weren't closing down together, or we weren't nullifying the spaces, or we weren't doing anything, or this is what we're trying to do. He won't say that. He would just say, the players are injury. I don't have the guys that I have that I need in my team.
No, sometimes he does talk about the game plan.
Give me one thing he said analytically about his game or the game. He doesn't analyse the game post game, bro. And that was the same problem that Solskjaer had. That's why I never believed in him.
I'll send you clips with he does break down the game, and every single time he's taking a break, he goes,
But what? Give me something that he said post game about your team.
I'll send it to you. I can't.
Is there anything?
Because I know he's spoken about it.
Because I can tell you about Ange. I can tell you about Klopp. I can tell you about Arteta. I can tell you about Pep. I can tell you about all of these guys. What they say analytically.
About Ange. What did Ange say?
No.
I mean, I'm just putting him to test. Apparently, he can come off the top of his head.
I mean, they just played the game the other day, bro. He came out against the Wolves after the Wolves games and said his analysis in match of the day.
What did he say?
He said basically our players didn't turn up. We weren't able to get into the half spaces. And Wolves nullified them in that sense. Some kind of analysis, just a little bit. I've never heard ETH say anything like that at all.
Does do that, and I'll send you.
I've never. But you give me the example. You said he does it. Give me. I gave you an example. You give me an example.
I mean, it was your question.
There we go. There we go. I answered your question. I answered your question. You can't answer mine, bro.
Joey, let's be real. Joey, let's be real. We just about watched the game, never alone the interviews after.
Fair. You know, it's still in cloud nine after the 25 minutes. Best 25 minutes of your life, bro.
Before we wrap it up, let's just quickly talk about Spurs' next game is against Villa at home.
Oof.
Villa are currently sitting 5th, 1 place behind Spurs.
This will be a good game.
Their win against Fulham meant that was their 13th successive home win.
Yes.
So Andrew's got manager of the month 3 times in a row. But do we think some people have been sleeping on Emery and is he not getting his recognition that he deserves?
No, because I'd say if you compare the two, Andrew's top of the table in it, so it kind of makes sense that Andrew would get it. But I think
if 3 months in a row,
they were top of the table until
not disputing that.
And Tottenham was never even in contention.
I'm not disputing that. I'm trying to say sometimes, like I can say, if Andrew stay top of the league,
he'll get every month.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say, for example, we've mentioned Gary O'Neill. He's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Emery's doing well. But what's the measurement of who should get man of the match? Not because Pep is going to get man of the year every single season because he wins the league. No, there must be a different metric.
I think if Pep was on top of the table and he was winning every single game convincingly, he would get every single month. And personally,
it was his first season in the league.
I'm not this year, but
I think Newcastle piped at Villa early doors. So I think that kind of that left a little bit of a stain in people's minds.
That was in the first month, but 2 months later. I'm just saying, sometimes do we not feel like there should be some sort of a different metric because there's other teams, other managers are still doing well.
Maybe we should see you come second and third. Maybe that would help.
What do you mean?
As in who Andrew would get gold and you get silver and bronze or whatever. Because I think Emery would potentially get second.
But Emery might beat Spurs and then all of a sudden he catapults himself into the picture because what is he? He's like 3 or 4 points off the top himself.
Yeah.
And then he might get a manager of the month this next month.
I was going to say, when he beats Spurs, bro, he'll probably get it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's probably has been accurate. It probably has been, who's won it has meant to win, has probably been the rightful winner. Yeah. And Emery's going to get his
flowers.
Unai's going to get his flowers like shortly. He's just got to keep it up. You know what I mean?
But I know you, Joey, you say we play like rubbish football, but I think there's even a mad, stupid stat that Eric Ten Hag's, I think, second in rankings with the most amount of points in the first 50 games as a manager.
I saw that as well.
Do you know what I mean? So, even though they play rubbish, bro, that's another thing when someone said that, even Striver said that, we're probably disregarding it, saying that we're playing rubbish, but he's probably looking at it going, you know what?
No, 100%. You're gonna
and in bad form as well.
When you're in free fall, you're gonna grab onto whatever you can grab.
Hang on, I'm so confused here.
The fastest to 30
Why are we speaking about United?
Oh, sorry.
And fastest to 50.
We're talking about managers and
we talked about Ten Hag.
We're talking about Ange and then we talking about Emery.
He wanted to talk about Emery.
We're talking about Emery.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, is Emery not getting any flowers? And they say, is ETH not getting any flowers?
I mean, I didn't.
Okay, but speaking of managers, Jamie Carragher said that
good mic control, by the way.
He was.
There was a good stat that was about to come out there. He killed that stat.
Jamie Carragher said that Emery is
third best manager
in the Prem based on his body of work. Like, if everyone's done their top 5, where would you put in our top 5 of managers?
Probably be like 3 or 4. Emery would be 3
No,
or 4.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be...
opinion.
Was it Pep, Klopp and then him?
Arteta, I'd say Arteta.
No,
Arteta ain't won that.
It's one FA Cup and Community Shield.
Yeah,
no, I'm not. What do you mean? You're just in terms of silverware, or just like who's?
Did you say but most decorated? You say
No,
he said best.
third best manager in the Prem, but he's factoring all of his body of work.
I think the major determining factor was his honours.
Silverware. Yeah, that's fair then in that case.
I think leaving Arsenal, he's won more himself than Arsenal have.
But what does that show, bro? That he's not really a high level team manager. He's more of like a mid-team and winning a cup.
Honestly, I think that's his level. I think he's a cup specialist. And he's not like a top 4 manager. Like when he was, and people seem to do this thing whereby he's doing well and he goes, he's better than Arteta. Cool, he may be better than Arteta.
He's a reverse of Arteta, isn't it?
Pardon?
Because Arteta can't win cups.
But he won the FA Cup and Community Shield.
Emery kind of helps, didn't he?
You can say whatever you want.
Just for the record, Community Shield is a shield, it's not a cup.
Yeah. Okay, let's not go off tangent here.
Sorry.
So like I say, Emery is a good manager, but he probably wasn't a good fit for Arteta. No one, personally, I wouldn't say that Arteta's a better manager, but Arteta's a better fit for Arsenal. And Emery, he fits a Villa. He fits a Villarreal. He fits a Sevilla. PSG, no, you don't fit.
What is it about those teams though?
I just feel I couldn't go on Arsenal.
Some people say he can't handle egos, but then I believe Arteta can't always handle egos as well. But what Arteta did, he was afforded time to get rid of the egos he couldn't handle and build his team.
Because I think the difference here is that Emery wasn't given time.
Yeah, the difference is time.
Maybe there wasn't enough that they saw to think that
I prefer Arteta's style. Don't get me wrong, like Arteta got me watching Arsenal again, and got me loving football again.
And you didn't like it under Emery?
No.
To be fair, I hear that a lot. I don't understand.
Guys, when you don't watch Emery, when he was at Arsenal were poor.
But when you look at Aston Villa,
isn't it? They had poor resources.
They've been through a poor run.
No, but I'm talking about the way they played. Like,
it wasn't palatable.
And it's like Arsenal, I think when Emery was there, Arsenal probably conceded the most shots.
True. And
just below Newcastle. Newcastle were fighting relegation.
But you see,
I think I remember one game particularly against Watford. It was horrific.
Yeah.
Who is the most expensive signing under Emery? Like who's it?
Pepe.
Pepe. Was that under Emery?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But you see him now at Aston Villa. They play quite good football and very progressive football. So why I asked, you said I asked about the Sevillas and the Villarreals and the Aston Villas. I guess all footballers at a certain level have egos. So why do you think it is that he can't handle?
I don't know. I'm just getting based on what I've seen at Arsenal and what he's level. Valencia he done well.
Yeah.
Sevilla he does well. Villarreal he does well. PSG, you can argue how his tenure there was.
Because I think PSG is not a good.
No, that's how I want to measure it. Arsenal, fair enough. It's similar to like the David Moyes replacing.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, in my opinion.
And maybe, but his style of play was not good.
I agree. The style of play.
And
I think his timing was horrific. Obviously, coming after Wenger, his style of play wasn't the greatest. But in terms of, he finished 5th and got a Europa Cup final. But then
and half of it FA Cup.
And you can give him some of that. Yeah. You know what?
I think
it was his team. He was his team. But then to lose to Chelsea 4-1, a Chelsea that had really qualified for Champions League, and they didn't really care about. Obviously, you always care about a final, but we needed it more. To lose like that, it was a final slap in the face. It's like, we're stomaching playing this shit football so you can at least get us a trophy, get us our first European trophy, bro. I remember us invited all the Belmont man, then what have you, bro. It was ridiculous, bro. Like to lose like that. We went on an unbeaten run that was consisting of draws, and and when you think about it, draws. Yeah, sometimes if you look at United,
draws are worse than
sometimes draws is like you think like, yeah, we got the point, but when you keep getting draws, like bro, you might as well just lose a couple of games, just fucking lose it, and then win a couple of, and you shoot all the way back up.
Boy, United ain't got no draws at the minute, so
we'll take those wins, bro.
That's why you are where you are, because you've lost your game. Like obviously against the big six, like you lost them all. You lost to Arsenal, you lost to Spurs, you lost to City, but you're still like within 6 points. Yeah, and that's because you didn't won all the rest of the game.
But our confidence is in the toilet because we're losing games. So I think if you're drawing games, you're not losing as much confidence as if you're getting slapped up by teams. By going for the game, because that's why we're losing games. We're naive in our approach that we're just going to play how we play against anyone. Like if you're settling shop and settling for a draw, I think
Yeah.
I don't think the pressure will be as high as it is currently as it is in Ten Hag. Because losses is like you like, but the banter all week, brother, is nuts. Like, and I can't lie, people are getting pretty creative this season with Man United banter.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, I think obviously just taking it back to Unai. Obviously, I think with the draws, I just felt it just because there was a time when Arsenal were like undefeated, and that was one of the stats that we were hanging on to, and it was like, yeah, like at least we're not losing, and then we did start to lose, and then we kind of missed out on top 4, and it was like, that kind of hurts, and then we lost the final, and then, but to not make this like to shit on him, I think to his credit, I think that was his first stint in England?
Yeah.
So his first stint in England, obviously he's having to kind of learn the culture, the language or whatnot. And I feel like now we're seeing a much more mature and a much more settled Unai. I think Villa's enjoying that. I think with time, like Joey Nomadic alluded to, he may have been a hit at Arsenal, but
I think so.
He may have been, but I don't know that if you was going to ask me and you take away the honours, I think Arteta's better than him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No, can he do it at a big club though? That's always going to be the question, man.
Yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily a valid question because, again, you can't hold it against somebody for being successful at a team that doesn't have the resources of a big club. One, and then you have to be at the right club because it just so happens like for me personally, I think Arsenal's the right club for Arteta. It's a perfect fit, and only because but mostly because they're willing to be patient with him. So if you can go to a big club that's willing to be patient, I think you can do it.
100%.
We'll see because I don't know if he'll get that chance.
Well, United can take him. Yeah, let's
a big club though.
We're Champions League winners, bro.
Yeah, but that's why they're not broke. Sorry.
Yeah, let's wrap up there, guys. And then, listeners, as usual, it's come to the end. This is where we talk about our back pages, where we shine light on players, managers, and teams that have done well this weekend. Starting from my left, Strives, your back page.
Back pages. Let me quickly think about this. Back pages. I'm gonna give it to Harry Kane. No. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Harry Kane. He's yeah, man. He just keeps on scoring. I think he got another brace at the weekend. Yeah, man. Just gonna give it to him, man.
Cool. Jerry?
I'm gonna give mine to Rafael. Ashraf Hakimi is on milk cartons all over the world. People are still looking for him, but yeah, he's in Rafael's pocket, man. He tormented PSG in midweek, man. He had a great game, man. I'd like to see him do it more consistently, but yeah, it was a brilliant performance.
Marley Marl?
I'm going to give it to the yard man, Cole Palmer. Real bum, man. I'm in the shots or whatever. All that good stuff, bruv. Yardy. Go try it yourself.
I think I give it to James just because he came back. How Doku was playing in the game before, I thought it might have been peak for him, but I think he showed everyone that there's a reason why he came back.
Dan James?
Yeah. No, not Dan James, man. You and your bloody Dan James.
Reece James.
James for Chelsea, bro.
Yeah, I was going to give mine to Cole Palmer, but Miles take that. So I'll give mine to Gary O'Neill for inflicting the second defeat on for Spurs and just doing well as a manager, underrated. So
putting Tottenham back in their place.
Honorary mention to Loftus-Cheek as well. He played dope as well.
He did play
vintage performance.
Yeah. All right, guys. As usual, please continue liking and subscribing. We'll be back again next week. Over and out.